That's my top hat, and here's your one, Darren.
Oh.
You know, Barjo, you need to do it properly. Adjust his little antenna and then put it on his...
The polite, puzzling Professor Layton is back, and this time he's solving the mystery of the Last Specter. This game actually takes place before all the other Layton games. It's a prequel of sorts.
Back when the Professor had a different assistant, Emmy.
See here, what was that about?
Nice to see you again, Professor Layton.
But don't despair, because we do get to find out how the Professor teams up with his little blue-capped friend.
The story kicks off at a small town called Mist Hallory, in which a strange giant monster the locals call the Spectre is appearing at night to destroy parts of the village. Cue the puzzle solving.
Yes, almost everyone you meet on your adventure has a puzzle for you to solve. There's everything from sliding puzzles where you have to move something from one position to another, to mind-melting mathematical conundrums.
I really love those spot the difference puzzles, or the ones where you have to think hard about a trick solution or a double meaning.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure.
But we've played quite a few of these Professor Layton games now, and I have to say, I think they've really cranked the difficulty on this one.
Yes, this is much harder than the other Layton games. Even some of the instructions were difficult to understand. I think it's very easy to get completely stumped in this game.
Shall I just charge my laser now, Barjo, and put you out of your misery?
That won't be necessary, Darren. I was merely explaining to the viewers that they have to make good use of the memo system in the game to help you get through it.
Yeah, and he's right, Darren. I mean, this is probably the toughest Professor Layton game we've ever played. Some of the puzzles even verge on being more frustrating than fun.
You will need to use those hint coins more than ever before. I have never had to rely on them this much, heck.
Well, at least I got rid of those annoying persistent pop-up messages when you're tapping around the screen to find them.
Glad you could make it. Your puzzle-solving skills are most impressive. The rumours about you might be true.
And did you also notice those little mice that sometimes scurry through? You have to be really quick to tap on those to receive a special mouse badge, and collecting these seems to unlock something.
There's a crazy amount of tapping in this one, isn't there? I like the little hidden treasures that fall out of objects, so it's quite fun trying to fill up your weird gallery of items.
Minigames in Layton's trunk are once again included to give you other things to tinker with. And this time there's a fun toy train set puzzle where you have to lay out a train track to pass through the stations and make it to the goal without running out of fuel.
I liked that minigame, Darren. There's also an aquarium one, which is very similar to the train one, except that you're launching fish to get coins.
And if that isn't enough to distract you from the main story, there's a whole other game on the cartridge called London Life, and that reminded me of Animal Crossing a little bit.
You create a character and then explore Little London Town, getting to know the locals, improving your happiness, performing jobs, and upgrading things like your outfits. Some places won't let you in if you can't follow their dress code.
London Life is the sort of thing you check out quickly on the bus or whatever, but there's just not enough meat there for, you know, a seriously long gaming session.
It was, in fact, originally developed as a standalone downloadable title.
I do think it adds to the game, though. It helps to recommend this game by having that in it, although I just think that difficulty is too hard, so I've lost a bit of my enthusiasm for the Layton games. Still, it's a well-made game, and if you like your puzzles, it's for you, so I'm giving it 7.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I think if you've never played a Professor Layton game, then you really should play the first or second games first before even considering the Last Specter. But there's still a lot of really fun puzzling here, and it's a great story to play through, so I'm giving it 8 out of 10 rubber chickens.